Alright, guys, it's been a minute, but welcome back to another episode of AMsportsBALLERS.
Yes, sir.
I'm Martin Gusterud, and with me today, as you heard, I got Sigurd Groove.
Oh yeah.
Alright,
Say it again.
Groove.
Say it again. Come on. My last name.
Groove? Grov, that's right.
There you go. There
Yeah,
you go.
your mother taught me that.
Exactly.
After saying Groove all my life, she texted me like, it's Grov, right? So I was like, alright, I guess so.
I guess so.
All right, guys, we're gonna get. It's gonna be a little bit longer episode today because we're gonna combine two episodes, and that's
Yeah.
because you and me, Sigurd, we did a recording actually back in July, where we covered the end of the championship game. We talked about that a lot, and we had a really nice interview with Will Sewell.
Yep.
We forgot to ask him about this last name because I heard both Will Sewell and Will Sewell.
Yeah.
But anyways,
I still don't know neither.
yeah, right.
I just imagine it's this Sewell. That's all I've heard.
So, but what happened was after I recorded that, I thought I deleted my memory card by mistake because I couldn't find any of it. Like it was gone, and just until like last week, I found it. It was there, just waiting for me on one of my memory cards.
So
Like,
good.
hey, here's the podcast recording.
Thank God we found it because it was a good episode, honestly.
It was a really good episode, and we're
Yeah.
not gonna have time to show you everything, but we're gonna jump back and we're gonna watch what we said about the championship game because that was pretty relevant, even though it's like 3 months ago now. And also we're gonna watch that interview, of course.
Yeah.
So we're sorry, man. It's a big delay, but we found it finally.
Yeah.
All right. Other things we're going to talk about today is we're going to go through the series, the fall series as it is now. We got D2, and we got U17, and we got U14 being played in Norway right now.
Yeah. And those are exciting too, It's just not the senior elite series games that are fun to watch or fun to keep up with. It's every aspect of American football in Norway. It's interesting,
Yeah, for sure. And other things we're going to talk about is we got the u17 Nordic Championship going up this week as recording. That's going to be fun, man. We're doing the streaming, you and me, on the mostly producing end. I'm going to do a little bit commentating on Wednesday. Probably not Saturday. We got two American studs stepping up and doing the main commentary that game.
Two studs, yeah.
Yeah. We will see how it goes, man. Do you got any predictions for that tournament?
I could comment a little bit. So, I love Norway. I love my country, but we haven't done the best in those tournaments. But we're facing good competition. Finland is a very, very good
They run hard
country. They run hard. They're a very good country to develop youth, and their senior level of football is also a bit, elevated from what Norwegian football is. And
definitely.
Same goes honestly for Sweden. Just it's a very slight. It's not that much more than Norway or better than Norway, but it's a slight improvement. And then Denmark.
I think you meant Denmark, right?
No. I'd say Sweden because I played in both countries, and Sweden, honestly,
No,
it's a little bit more
no,
of a.
no, no,
It's
no,
a,
no,
it's,
bro.
hey, honestly, I'm letting you know.
Sweden and Finland, they are heads away in Norwegian development in American football in the youth program. Norway and Denmark, they are pretty close.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I was gonna say that Denmark is pretty equal to what Norway is, but
you
Sweden
said Sweden.
is still. No, I said that Sweden is just like they're above, but
bro,
not by much, not by much though. What?
they're good. They have been winning this tournament for many years now, so they're good.
Oh. Oh, okay. Well, I still think that if I'm talking about like a senior level, I'm talking about Sweden as a whole, like the third division. It's better than Norway, but not as much as Finland is, and Denmark is equal or
All right.
somewhat more equal to what Norway are.
So,
But
but we agree.
the juniors are better. The juniors are better.
Yeah. So, but we agree the two best teams are Sweden and Finland,
Oh yeah, of course, of course,
right?
of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah. So we definitely we picked them into the final game. And who do you got winning?
Like the whole championship, or yeah.
Yeah, championship game
Okay,
Saturday.
I would say, honestly, I think. Oh, it's hard. It's hard. Um, I know some of these kids they're playing, but I would say, oh man, it's hard. I want to say Sweden, but I do think that Finland is going to take it away. So my final answer is going to say be Finland, just because of
All
their
right.
hard, rough mouth football that they've been taught and how they play.
Yeah. On the screen here, you're seeing some highlights from the U17 championship in 2019, I think. I
Yeah.
was there. I was covering. I was doing being a part of the media crew. So all the footage here is stuff I filmed. And I gotta tell you, man, like Sweden dominated, and but it was the final game between Sweden
Yeah.
and Finland. That was a close
Yeah.
game, and it
Yeah.
got decided by the interception in the end zone by Sweden. So
Oof.
that it was a fun game, super
Yeah.
tight all the way.
Yeah, I know some of these kids that played in this game. I was there as well, but I was as a spectator. I had my two nephews, both played in that game for Norway, so I kind of had to come and show support, you know. And it
Obviously.
was fun to watch. It was fun to watch.
Yep. So everybody listening or watching right now, 18 October, we got the two semifinals. Norway is facing Finland, and Denmark is facing Sweden. Both you and me are picking Sweden and Finland to move on to the championship game, and
Yeah,
that's being
yeah,
played Saturday the 21st.
yeah.
And it's going to be a pretty early games. The first game for the bronze is played at 10 o'clock, and the second game is played at 2 o'clock. That's the champ.
Mm.
That's the game you guys want to come to watch. That's going to be the two best Nordic youth teams going against each other. Like, if you like football, you should definitely head to Ural, even though you travel from Sweden, from Denmark. I don't care. Like, get to Ural that Saturday. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be awesome.
Yeah, definitely gonna be fun. And also with the addition of a new stadium that you could enjoy sitting and
Beautiful.
watching, dude, it's gonna be nice.
Beautiful stadium, brand new.
Hmm.
This is gonna be well, it's 4 games, so it's technically gonna be starting at the second game up to the fifth game being played at that stadium. So Norway
Mm.
had a test run against Great Britain, where Great Britain manhandled
Yeah,
Norway to put it in
they
a
did. I'll say this. I was commentating that game, and it's not an easy game to commentate. Not much, not much to take out of it, honestly.
I am going to say the refs had a bad call against Norway, where Great Britain had a great, I think it was a run or pass, but anyway, up across the sideline, opposite to you,
Okay.
to the park, not the skate park, but the
Okay.
park,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
Norway, a player made a great play, punched out the ball, but
Yeah.
I think they ruled him out of bounds or something, like the fumble didn't hit, and the Norwegian guy recovered it too. So if you
Oh.
remember that.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I remember that play now. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Definitely a fumble.
That was kind
I
of a
saw the
questionable
replays.
call. Yeah.
I saw the
It
replays. It was
was.
definitely a fumble.
I think I said it on the stream as well while I was watching
Yeah,
the replay.
yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so we're looking forward to that for sure. And I think it's time we're gonna just jump back in time. If you wanna skip that part, that's up to you. But we're gonna listen to our first recording where both you and me were in this studio or
Yeah. Or in that
office,
house.
office,
Yeah. Yeah.
guest room, office,
Yeah.
whatever.
Guest room.
And we talked about the championship game. So you're gonna listen to that right now. So we can talk a little bit about the championship game. You know, Eidsvoll versus also Vikings. The final score 42-30. So yet once again we have a high scoring championship game.
Yeah.
And that's awesome.
Yeah. It was for entertainment wise, I think it was a really cool game for people to watch. I think we hyped it up a good amount, and all the players and supporting people around, like staff and managers and fans, did a really good job making it a memorable weekend.
Yeah, for sure. And like more than 70 points scored, and it was second time in a row. Or we have a comeback to win the game.
Yeah.
Last year it was Eidsvoll came back over Oslo Vikings, and this year it was a different story. It was Vikings coming back over Eidsvoll, because Eidsvoll had a solid 27-14 lead in the halftime. Like they had a pick six, and then right after on the following drive.
No, opposite.
Opposite?
On the first drive. Second defensive drive, because the first defensive drive was a touchdown to the Vikings.
Exactly, and then the second defensive drive, it was a punt block.
Yeah, by Jürgen.
And you actually scored on that play because you had that fumble recovery.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
I was just, if you look at that tape, I was just lucky. I was just there at the right time.
Yeah.
That was all Jürgen.
It was funny because we were talking about it. I was like, yeah, you scored, man. And he's like, yeah, I wasn't even supposed to be there at that point.
I was like, I'm not supposed to be there. But luckily enough, I was there. Perfect time.
Jürgen did a great job coming through the middle and getting a forearm on that ball. So that's cool. That's awesome.
Jürgen being Jürgen, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna finish up the highlights from the championship game. So I gotta get that finished, and so soon it's gonna be a highlights out from the championship game. I know people have been wanting to see it, but the game in full is out there, so you can see the game, but the highlights is coming out soon. And so let's move on to the second half. Different story. Vikings outscored Eidsvoll 28-3.
It's a pretty big turnaround.
Pretty big, and it was strange for me as a commentator, because I saw going into halftime, Eidsvoll was all pumped up, like, hey, we got a big solid lead. But coming out of halftime, you guys look kind of tired. You hadn't that fire like you did in the first half. And then also Vikings actually were opposite. They were fired up. They were actually kicking. They had players dancing on the sideline and stuff like that. Like they were having fun. And it was just the momentum just changed, and that was it. And I'm just gonna say it right now, the pick six from what was his name, Sigurd?
Sigurd Stenberg,
maybe.
Pretty sure.
Yeah, correct us if we're wrong. Huge impact.
Huge impact.
Huge impact. Definitely. On turning that game around.
And there was also other factors that put stuff in a different perspective from people, but that's football. That's how football is.
That pick six, actually, I posted it as a reel, and it's been going viral, like 15K views.
Ooh,
really? Yeah, for a long time it's been just increasing. So it was a pretty good play. And the man we're gonna interview pretty soon, he made a big impact on that. On that play, actually.
On that play he had a huge block.
So that was he did like follow me on that play. He looked at him like follow me. And made a huge block. So that was fun to see. And second half, just all out Vikings. On the championship game. Can you tell me a little bit, like, how do you guys feel in, like, when things went south? I know you were kind of a fire up guy. You burn on energy and stuff like that.
I tried. I don't know. To be honest, I don't know. I was pretty fired up the entire time. It just sucked. I don't know.
Right.
I can't really say much. I was trying my best, and it wasn't enough plays. We're more than one player on the field everywhere. So, but hey, it was I want to say it was fun, but it wasn't that fun at the end. But hey, it's a chance to play in the championship, and I was playing it like it was my last game ever. So it was fun to me.
Yeah.
In the moment.
In the moment, and obviously also Vikings win.
Oh yeah.
And Will MVP.
Yeah.
And also we're gonna go through some stats from that game because that was huge. Just a quick look at the stats leader. Let me see if I can find that again. Wasn't it there? There we go. Let me put that on the screen. Because all right, so you can see nothing about this. We were watching the defensive stats, and we were just looking at Sigurd here, almost leading the team. Elias Aunin did, and number 4 actually, a pretty young guy, the DB, led also Vikings in defensive tackles. But what we want to look is
offensive stats.
Look at this here. Will 14 touches, carries 147 yards, man. That's 10 and a half average.
Yeah, that's insane.
That's insane. Fredrik Felseth, 8 catches, 100 yards, 2 touchdowns. Pretty good day. Arne August, 7 catches, 87 yards, touchdown. Pretty good game too.
Yeah.
And what's most impressive about this? It's 0 sacks on the also Vikings.
Yeah, that's huge.
Huge.
And they didn't let up any sacks against Sewell this year.
Not this game in the championship game or the first game at Bern. So shout out to also Vikings O-line. That's
really
made a huge,
really good job.
Really good job. And I think it's time for introduce our guest right now.
Yeah,
he came in Norway 2 years ago. Made a huge impact already as a D end actually. And this year moved into linebacker position and made an even bigger impact. So much that he became the MVP of the national championship game. I mean, yeah.
What else can we say?
What else can we say? Let's pull him on the screen here. Will Sewell, MVP of the national championship game and overall baller for also Vikings this season. Hell of a year, man. And first off, congrats on the championship game, and also congrats on becoming a dad this week, right?
Yeah.
Thank you guys very much. Thank you guys very much.
That's awesome to hear. That so that means you're gonna stay in Norway.
Yes, as of now, and I live here now. So my baby girl's here, my wife's here. We got an apartment together, so I'll be here for the long run. So
that's great.
Let's go, Norway.
Awesome, man.
Hopefully you'll stay involved in football here and help grow the sport.
Yeah. 100%, guys. 100%.
Yeah,
that's my plan.
So, quick one. You won the MVP award. Could you tell us a little bit what that meant to you to win that MVP award?
I mean, to be honest, me when I get awards like that, I don't really show emotion, and I've always been that kind of guy who don't really show that emotion when I get that much credit for stuff. Because at the end of the day, it's just I'm humble about what I do. I work hard for what I got, and it's just one of those things to where I took it in the heart, obviously, because I worked hard for it. But at the end of the day, I just played my game and just have fun out there, man. And obviously hard work pays off. So I just let the hard work show.
So, talking about impact, you made a huge impact on that game, and not just defensively, but also offensively and on special teams. And just tell us a little bit about your transition this year from going from D end to linebacker. How did that help your game?
Obviously last year I came in as the DN, and everyone was like, they didn't really know who I was kind of last year, but they were like, okay, he's an import player, he plays DN. Let's game plan for this guy. Let's run away from this guy. So I was like, okay, since I'm a pretty versatile player, why don't I just move to middle linebacker to where they have to come towards me? Because if you play linebacker, you can drop, you can rush, and you can also, blitz and stuff like that. So it's hard to just pick up one thing when you can do versatile things playing football. So that's kind of where I kind of talent to. I was like, why don't I go back and play backer to where people have to come and chase me and actually get me? So I think linebacker was the best position for me this past year. And to be honest with you, I've never played linebacker in my life. So moving to linebacker was all new to me, to be honest.
Yeah.
But I had fun back there, man, and learned the playbook and had a hell of a time. So.
And you did a hell of a
Fun.
job, so
Yeah.
nothing can take that away from you.
Kind
But
of.
Yeah.
I'm thinking
Yeah.
that's playing to your advantage as a fast and versatile guy, that they can't shift their coverage or anything towards you as an end, because as a linebacker
Yeah.
you can kind of go wherever you want on the field.
Exactly. So,
yeah, but hey, I got a question for you, man.
yes, sir.
What's your plan for next year? I've heard some rumors here and there, but I want to hear what you got.
I mean, to be honest, I mean, I'm a man of a man. I'm thinking about going into retirement, but obviously I made a post about it on Instagram. I actually took the post down, to be honest with you. Took the post down because I kind of don't know where I want to go with football. I mean, I kind of made like a sappy post about it already, which was kind of quick. Everyone was probably like, "Whoa, dude! Like this dude's already done." But I haven't really made the like in my mind I'm retired, but most likely I think I'm going to give it one more year because I would love for my daughter to see me play football.
Yeah.
So and even if I don't play next year, I will still be involved with coaching somewhere, helping the kids. Still involved in American football in Norway to grow the sport. So that's my plan.
That's awesome.
So I'm retired. I am retired as of now, but who knows what I'm going to do next year? I don't know yet. So I haven't made my mind up yet. So.
Well, I could say as a player who's played against you, it's a biatch to play against you. But hey, having you here, helping us grow the sport, helping the level of football be higher, it's just a blessing. And I want you to be involved in any way that you can. And I'm glad that you're here. And obviously, I'm super stoked for you, for your daughter.
Yeah, man. Yeah. And we already talked about it.
That means a lot to me, guys. It means a lot. A lot.
I just pull up some highlights from the championship game here. And like you scored how many touchdowns was it? Two rushing touchdowns? Yeah, I think so.
Yes.
I'm just caught up in the highlights now because I haven't seen them all day, but
yeah.
Just you're crazy athletic. That's just from a D end. Why haven't you played any other position? Like this is the first year on linebacker. That's crazy to me because you're like the fastest guy on the field. And yeah, maybe that's just Norwegians being slow though.
Yeah, it's actually pretty much my primary position is actually running back. That's what I played all my life, running back. No one in Europe really knows that because I haven't really nobody has the opportunity to play running back in Europe and actually show what I can do. So but I mean, like I said, my first position is running back. So I grew up playing running back. I love running back. I like running the ball. I know how to run the ball. I know how to read holes. I know how to cut. So I mean, that's what I do is run the ball. So running the ball to me is natural. So that's why I just told Derek, I was like, give me the football.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. It definitely was. It really surprised me playing back in the backfield because whenever you got the ball, you were just a force to be reckoned with, and it was scary the kind of moves you were making at that weight and height. So it shocked me for sure.
Yeah, we mentioned before we took you on like 14 carries, almost 150 yards, more than 10 average.
Yeah.
That's crazy, and I told it's a pretty good defense. I think at least from what we've seen throughout the season.
Yeah, 100%. I got a lot of respect for ISO. ISO as a team, all of them come with a head of steam. They always come to fight, and a lot of them come with sportsmanship as well. They come fired up. Seaguard knows. Seaguard gets fired up like I get fired up. So we love this game, and that's the way that the game should be played. It should be played a little fired up, a little bit of tension between the people, but at the end of the day, let's all have fun, go home safe, and play with sportsmanship. That's all I ask.
Yep.
Yeah.
What like just talk about last year and this year. What was the biggest difference you saw in the league in general going on 2 years in Norway now? I
mean, to be honest, I've seen a huge transition between last year and this year, and that comes with I'm gonna start with Kristiansand, for instance. Okay. They're a team that a lot of people don't give a lot of credit to, which has a lot of they have a lot of athletes on that team, and I don't care who who say that they don't. I know that they do. Trust me. As far as O-line, D-line, linebackers, wide receiver, the quarterback is a good guy. Christian Sand came up this year, and they really showed what they could do. And I think in the years coming, Christian Sand will be a championship team one of these years coming up. Mark my word on that. And also think obviously Iowa, we're powerhouses in the Elite Series. Everyone knows that. That's no secret. I think Lillestrøm came out in the semifinal and shocked us this year, which is awesome, because if teams like that are coming up and watching film, coming out prepared, learning the playbook, young guys stepping up, playing against us, and actually giving us a run for our money, that's a good thing. That shows you that this sport is growing in Norway, and that the coaches are getting better here in Norway as well. So, I think from last year to this year, it's just been a huge transition between all the leagues, and I mean the league and all the teams and all the coaches. Like, everybody is, I feel like the football world is growing here. As far as the competitive side of it, because a lot of teams, you're like, this week is going to be a rollover week, and then they come out and shock you. Like the Olavs men, came out and shocked Iceville. Iceville was like, what the fuck are we doing right now?
Yeah.
And that just shows that you shouldn't sleep in football, because you can be beat by anybody on any given day. That's how football works.
Yep.
So I think that the league between last year and this year, I think it made a huge jump, and I think the federation is doing a pretty decent job of keeping it going too as well. So that's all I got to say.
I totally agree. Last year, when Eidsvoll won over Oslo Vikings, also been going on this big run. I think that would be their sixth championship game or something like that in a row. And I thought that Eidsvoll winning was the best thing that could happen to football in Norway, because that means, like, even though there is a big powerhouse, there are other forces coming up and challenging. And exactly bringing back Lillestrøm Starfighters. I was really impressed with them this year.
Yeah, I said after watching that game, I was so surprised to see how they really came out like balling from the start, and there's been talks about like if they're gonna stay for next year. And after watching that game, I told on the first podcast we had, I said there's no reason they should not be in the top division, because they show that they belong, and they show that they're making improvements everywhere on the field. So yeah.
And they got the roster too. Like, they got
huge roster.
So if they can improve, they're a threat.
Yeah, for sure.
And honestly, Martin and Seagard, another thing I want to say about from last year to this year, I'm happy last year that Iceville actually beat us last year, because it kind of humbled us. You know what I'm saying? Because once you're a winner, you always think that you're going to be a winner. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. So sometimes losing will make you a little bit more hungry. And sometimes people need that little bit more fire up their butt. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
I think sometimes getting beaten by the underdog is a good thing in football. So I'm kind of happy about that situation. Obviously, I wanted us to win, but at the end of the day, we got to keep working. We got all season work to do and stuff like that. So just come back next year, and we were prepared this year, so we came out and stopped.
Yeah. Can you tell us a little bit about the halftime when you were down 27-14, and what changed? What
happened in the locker room?
Yeah, what happened in the locker room? Was it something that happened on the field maybe? Well, like, who made that momentum change?
Honestly, I can tell you guys, honestly, I was at halftime. I was like, damn, like, is this gonna be another repeat of last year? Like, that's exactly what I thought when they blew the whistle at halftime. And then I was calm about it. I didn't get all fired up. I walked into the locker room, and everybody's in there, kind of with their heads down, like moping a little bit. And like me, I just walked in. I was the last person to walk in, and I walked in. I said, "Boys, let's get our shit together," just like that. And Adam, the defensive coordinator, walks in, and Adam was calm as day. He was like, "Boys, let's go out here and play Vikings football and stop. Obviously you're gonna make mistakes, but let's play up to our level that we know that we can play to." And that was all that was said. And then all the guys were just sitting there, and like I looked down at the clock, and I think we had like 15 minutes or something like that. And I was like, "Boys," there's no reason to sit in this locker room and mope. Let's go back out there and warm up. And that was it. And all we did was come back out, warmed up early, and we just got our minds right, and we just came out sharp second half.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Strictly business. I like it.
Yeah, and
Strictly
that pick six, 75-yard, Sigurd.
Yeah.
Such a momentum changer.
Oh yeah. That was a huge one, and I'm pretty sure you felt that block too on Magnus. I don't know, but I know that he felt it. It was a huge one.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, the first thing that I saw was, like, I saw Cigar catch the ball, and I'm always the guy out front, like, running to the end zone with my boys. Like, if anybody ever interested in the ball, you will always see me next to you. But I'm always telling the guys to follow me. I'm like, find me and follow me, because I want you to follow behind me, because I'm gonna hit somebody. So I just saw Cigar, like me. I'm just waving Cigar, like, come on, let's go. I'm telling him, come on, let's go. And I just saw Magnus, and I'm just like, oh yeah, this is the one here. Boom. And I tell you, like the hit didn't really it really hard on, us, pretty hard.
Yeah.
I was like, man, that's a big boy.
Yeah, he is a big dude.
He's a big dude.
Yeah.
And,
yeah. Both of us each other, and then we got up and just laughed about it, and then you know, it was fun. It was fun. Yeah.
Yeah. What it should be. All love.
that was definitely a momentum changer, and pushed also Vikings not to the top yet, but they really pushed you, gave you a head start to that.
It definitely had a mental hit on a lot of us, and you know, it showed kind of a little bit, in my opinion. But it was such a huge play. It really sucked standing on the sideline watching that happen.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it was definitely a play that we needed as well, and you know, and me seeing Seagar get an interception and take it to the Housing Championship game. I mean, the kids work so hard, man. I've seen Seagar work from last year to this year. It's like night and day. He work with me, and I couldn't be more proud of him. You know what I mean? So I was very, very ecstatic seeing him, you know, take that thing to the house and just boosting his confidence a little bit is what he needed. So it was awesome. It was awesome.
Probably helps to have an American MVP as a co-linebacker.
Yeah. Probably helps.
Because I was like, so let's go.
Right.
I'm like, oh, dude, let's go.
All right, Will. We will not take up more of your time. We know you got family waiting for you, and we would just say we appreciate you coming on the show and talking a little bit about your experiences in Norway and winning the MVP in the championship game.
Appreciate that. Thank you, Martin and Seagard. Thank you guys so much for everything.
Yeah, bro.
Sure. Talk to you later, okay?
All right. Take care.
Take care, man.
You too.
Bye.
All right, moving on, guys. We got good call, bad call, and
everyone's favorite segment.
Yeah. Yeah. People. I hope people enjoy to get that second look about calls and stuff, and we're definitely gonna take a look at something historical today.
Yeah.
And that's the referee review. Man, this is a personal achievement for me because I kind of been pushing this for a long time, saying that I can actually give you a camera and a screen on the field and a monitor for a ref behind me.
Yeah.
And man, I think it worked really, really well.
It did.
I really enjoyed to see the refs really using it.
Yeah.
Because the guy behind me, he really used it, man.
Yeah.
He was like, all right, I see something. Stop the game.
Yeah.
We're going to do a review right here.
Yeah.
And
it overturned a touchdown even.
Yeah, man, we scored a touchdown, didn't we?
Yeah.
We scored a touchdown. Arne August, he caught a ball. I actually posted it on my YouTube channel already, so we're going to link. It's on my YouTube channel. You're going to see the full. It's like a 2-minute watch.
Yeah,
so
I've seen it.
It's
so AMsports TV.
Yeah, on this YouTube channel.
Yeah.
And so on August he catches the ball. The ref is a little bit too close to him, so the ref can he's really close to him and so the ref can only focus on one thing at a time because it's too close. So he can see the ball or he can see the feet. So he was focusing at the ball.
Yeah.
And at that time when he started to look at the feet,
down, Arne was already the second foot. Yeah.
Already out of bounds. So he was like, no, he's out of bounds. But he had actually 1 foot in a clean touchdown. The ref was just a little bit too close. And the guy behind me, the ref, he saw it. I heard a whistle. So he was like, hey, stop the game. Yeah. And he worked to perfection, man. Cole got overturned and Arne got his touchdown.
Yeah.
And that's exactly why
we need reviews.
We want reviews. We don't need them. They're not a necessity. Games been playing for a long time without them. But I mean, like,
that's true. That's true.
I really enjoyed that that we tried it out.
Yeah. And it showed that it works. So I'm hopeful that they bring it back.
Yeah, it's up to the federation, of course.
Yeah. I'm
well, a funny thing, I did not know the coaches was going to have a challenge flag.
You didn't know?
I didn't know. Nobody informed me that, hey, this means also the coaches can challenge a call. Because Derek Munn,
because we challenged the one as well. No, they challenged and they failed, right?
Yeah, but I don't know if they failed. There might be a good challenge, but
they lost the timeout and
it was about they challenged that Eitzel had 12 men on the field.
Oh yeah, that's what it was.
Because it was some change and Arne was running off the field.
They got that call and they got a first down on that.
No,
they did.
He challenged it.
Yeah, and they got it.
No,
we were 12
men on the field. Listen, no. When they tried to, because he was like, hurry up, let's get the snap going.
Yeah.
And all the camera angles, none of them had Arne running off the field.
Oh.
So we couldn't confirm or deny if he was on the field or off the field.
So they didn't get that?
So that's why we looked at it and it was like, no, we don't have the angles.
Yeah.
Flag, and then even though we don't have the angles, you still lose the timeout.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that was the situation, Sigurd.
Okay, yeah.
But
as I said, I played a pretty hard game, so I might not remember everything to perfection.
All right, welcome back, guys. Back to this studio with me here still and Sigurd on webcam.
Oh yeah.
Hey Sigurd, I gotta ask you. I'm gonna be transparent here. I'm drinking a little beer. What are you drinking in? Can you tell me?
Drinking a mix of just a little bit of, some Fanta. And,
no.
Nothing else.
All right,
really.
there we go.
Nothing else really. What do you mean? What do you mean? Nothing else. Nothing else.
It's a Monday evening, Sigurd.
It's Monday. Hey, come on! I got 2 days off now, so this is my weekend. Right. I work in the weekends.
All right, we're gonna be honest with you guys. It's water, right?
It's water. It's water.
Definitely.
Fully.
All right, we're gonna move on to talk a little bit about what's going on in football in Norway this fall. What's been happening? In the last episode, I didn't show it right now, but we talked about we're going to take a little break. We're going to have a summer vacation. I just had a kid right after that episode, so obviously I got my hands full. 3 babies, or 2 toddlers and 1 baby now. So it's now really easy and you're working like graveyard shifts and stuff, so it's crazy times and super hard for me and Sigurd to get together for make episodes.
Yeah, it really is.
It's a struggle, but it's worth it when we finally do.
Yeah, always. So it's
fun.
Right,
so what do you want to talk about first, Sigurd? D2 or U17?
Let's talk about. Let's go D2. Let's go D2 first, because I feel like this U17 is kind of closing in and it's kind of a little bit more exciting. So
yeah, let's start at the top and then move down the ranks or ages.
Yeah.
All right, we got D2, so you can see on the screen here some D2.
Oh yeah.
Well, I gotta pull it up on my computer because I don't really see it on my screen that I got here right now. So give me a second here. All right,
yeah,
D2,
you're good,
bro. It's been
good amount of teams though in here. I like it.
We got 5 teams, before the season we had 6 teams, but the Grenland Giants had to pull. They had some tough injuries, and they were short on depth already, so they couldn't finish the season. They had to cancel their 3 remaining games. I can see that.
Yeah.
But the outliner here, you can see one team. If you go down the ranks, you can see one team is really crushing their What's the word I'm looking for,
Yeah,
Seeger?
their opponents,
Yeah,
or
there you go.
yeah.
Yeah. So, and that is also Vikings. We're gonna take that picture up and show you a little bit how's the scores been, and you can see also Vikings is 3-0 with a 95 positive points ratio. Like that's
Mm.
a lot of points. The closest one is also on the Seahawks, which is 2-2 on the season, played 4 games, and they got
Mm.
5 positive points.
Mm. Mm.
So also Vikings is
These are
really
teams. These are teams that I want to see move up to the Elite Series, and they could easily do it. You know.
yeah, like you also in the Seahawks was in the championship game not too long ago.
That's what I'm saying. I remember. I remember.
Yeah, but to be honest, I think these teams actually they got a little bit of well, what can I say, trouble. Like they
Yeah.
need
Yeah. Yeah.
to
Definitely.
work on
Definitely. They have
their
some travel
depth.
expenses coming out.
They're not they're not. I don't think they're experienced enough as a team, as a group, to move up to Elite Series. Because you can see when also Vikings Division 2 teams. That means I think they have minimum
But they.
15 players on their roster that they cannot play D2 from their elite team.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah. Yeah.
15 players from that team that cannot play on the D2 team,
Yeah.
and they're still winning by a large margin.
Yeah. For sure. I mean,
But
these guys do have experience from the top division, though, and it is a level higher, or not just a level higher. It is definitely another game when you move up to playing in the Elite Series. Because I don't know, do you play 9-man football in the D2?
I think it's 9, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So just that is a huge difference. Playing
Yeah.
9-man to 11-man, that's huge. And
Well, essentially it's just 2 online players, 2 tackles, but
yeah.
having
But
those
still,
players,
the field gets so much smaller, and everything moves so much faster when you're
yeah.
11 guys on the field.
Hmm.
So definitely, if you're one of them young guns, or for one of those teams, and you want to move up to the next level, you gotta push the board to move up so they can start playing 11 man, or you have to move to another team and to play 11 man, because definitely that's something you have to do if you don't trying to move anywhere in the football world.
Yeah. Also, Vikings is led by an American quarterback, actually. Matthew is his name.
Matthew,
Yeah.
wait, so they have an import for their D2 team?
No, I don't think it's an import. I don't know, but I just think it's a local guy.
Local American.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's
Yeah. I
well.
talked
I
a
mean,
little.
hey, they got Scott Bauer over in Greenland, don't they?
They do. They do. They
Hmm.
do. They have an American quarterback, it's sure.
They have an American quarterback as well. So
Yeah. I talked a little bit about
there
Derek
you
Mann, to Derek Mann about the D2 season and how the team has been. And he said, like, when they started the team back in 2016, the plan was to have like a development,
yeah, developmental.
when second take. When they started the
Yeah,
team back in 2016, they wanted to have like a team to grow the players and develop them.
yeah,
And after the years went by, he said like it turned into more like a fun league. Like the players were there just to have fun. And he
yeah.
said this year he went into the year with a new mentality that they was gonna go back to the development. Fy faen, ass.
Go back to developing players.
Yeah,
You
tunga mi med.
development.
Yeah. And Derek Mann said that this year something changed and he wanted to go back to developing players and try to grow them up to become players they can use in the Elite Series.
Yep. That's obviously it's not just obviously, but that's also a really good plan, because that's something that we need for sure. Putting rookies right on the field in Elite Series, honestly, in my opinion, it's not the best move. It's not how it's supposed to be. Because when I came up, dude, I was a backup for basically, or well, I was like 16, no, like 17, no, I was 18, I think, my first year, and I played, I don't know, barely anything in any of the games, right? I just got put in slowly because we had a coach that had a lot of experience and knew how to develop people, and slowly putting him onto that game.
Greg,
Because if you put him right on, yeah, Greg, we had Greg and
shout
Riley
out
as well,
Greg.
kind of. Shout out Greg, and I was mad at that point or at that time because I was like, dude, I'm a baller, man. Why the fuck? Why am I on the sideline, right? You know.
Right.
But hey, honestly, I'm happy because it did really like slowly put me onto how that game works, and it really like made like it sculpted or like it shaped my mind to be ready when I was as a starter the next year. So
Yeah.
it was pretty good. And also like if you put out rookies like in there, injuries are bound to happen either on the person that he or she is tackling, or when they are involved in any situation there might be an injury because they don't know how fast the game goes, how the pace is, and how the technique is to the extent that someone else who's been doing this for a long time does, you know.
Yeah,
So
I totally agree.
honestly, yeah, yeah, yeah.
And I
I like it.
remember
I like
that period where you were like not you were not a starter, but he just
it.
used you as like a nickel corner, and he put you in where somebody needed a break and stuff like that.
Mhm.
And bro, you never disappointed though. That's the thing about you. You always stepped up when you were on the field. You were playing though. But
Mhm.
also
I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie, bro.
the
I
guys
was
that
I was
was
scared to
starting though,
lose.
they deserve to start too.
Oh yeah, for sure, for sure, for sure. We had some good like when I was coming up, we had two guys at corner, and I was a corner, mainly corner. So we had I could tell you the whole quarter that like the DB tree that we had. So we had Thomas, the OG legend, right? Thomas, what's his last name again? I forgot. Thomas. Oh, dude, what's
I
his last
know
name?
3 Thomas that's been
Yeah, but
DBs at Iceland.
yeah, but you know that
Yelster?
good solid corner. Yeah, Jansrud, Thomas
Yeah,
Jansrud. We had him, and then we had Elias that year.
yeah,
Remember? And
yeah.
then we had you and Brian Morrow
Brian.
at safeties.
Yeah.
So I mean, for me to step on in there, I get how I was like slowly put in, but still, I say it again, I'm thankful that it was how it was because I was a little bit scared, you know. I was just a kid, so
That was the best
yeah,
crew DB crew that I ever played with. With if you put you in the mix there too, was Elias
yeah,
and Thomas on the corners on the outsides, and me and Brian in the
yeah,
back.
yeah.
That was good, man.
Good squad, good squad.
Good squad.
Yeah.
Let's move on to U17. They have a fall. They had a spring season, and you remember it was Eidsvoll and also Vikings facing up off in the final game in the spring season. Eidsvoll won. Real quick, I'm gonna check 30 something, right? They won 34-8 over Oslo Vikings.
Yeah.
And still it's been Eidsvoll and also Vikings dominating this U17 season,
Yeah.
fall
So
edition.
it's also worth to notice that Eidsvoll is a mix of two teams. So it's a mix of Eidsvoll 1814 players and Lillestrøm Starfighter players. So honestly, that's been doing them wonders though. But it also gives them like a little bit of an edge because the roster is pretty deep. You know, as an Eidsvoll guy, I wish that we had more Eidsvoll people in that mix. But I'm just happy that we have a team that can compete. You know, and it obviously you can see here that they're a pretty good team with that heavy roster that they have, and it's exciting to watch those guys play.
Yeah, you got a point. Calling it the Eidsvoll U17 team is not really fair because when you look at the
Yeah,
helmets, you can definitely
yeah, yeah.
count some black helmets in there,
Oh,
and they're
way
definitely
more black helmets
playmakers.
than red helmets. Yeah, 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 for sure, man, for sure. We have like I know at least two or three of those Lillestrøm players that are that's this is not their stopping point, if you know what I mean. They're
hmm
they're they're
hmm
moving they're moving up for sure.
We're gonna
So
see
yeah,
them this week in the U17 Nordics, that's for sure.
yeah, yeah, that's gonna be fun.
Anyway, to start the season, Eidsvoll won 19. Oh, they won 26-19 over Oslo Vikings, and that is the final game too, the 4th of November. We will do the streaming. I haven't said this to you yet, Sigurd, but if you're available, you can definitely join me. But we're doing the streaming
Yeah,
AMsports TV over those two last games there,
final game.
final games.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm uh, pretty sure that it's already. Eitel is already they won the series, right? They're the
Yep, they did.
series champions, right?
Hmm.
So that's awesome. That's awesome, man. That's cool.
I think they're undefeated.
Yeah, they are undefeated.
3-0
Oh
both
man,
spring
this throws
and
me
fall.
back, man. This throws me back. U17, I think it was 2017, man, and we Eitel didn't have a U17 the year prior or the 3 years prior. I was playing for Lillestrøm, and like the Greg kind of set this plan up that damn we should make a U17 team and have them balling out. So he got me, Espen, Joachim, and Jakob to come back from Lillestrøm to Eidsvoll to play a season on the U17, our last season there. And
Yeah.
we put together a team of stupid people, numbnuts, idiots, really, honestly. Me, Espen, Joachim, Jakob, and Wilhelm, and everything like that. Wilhelm only played a year prior. He played U15, but he developed a lot that season coming up to that U17 team. But here's my point. They predicted us to not win a single game. American football, Norway. I remember watching that. I was so mad. They predicted us not to win a single game. We didn't lose a single match that entire season. That's like one of like the best memories I have of football. It's so cool.
Yeah. I was a coach.
Yeah. You were a coach? Oh yeah, yeah, dude. I was. Oh, yeah, now I remember. Now, yeah, I remember. I
I was
remember. I
DB
remember.
coach, man.
I remember. I remember.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, fun time, bro.
Good times.
Yeah.
And finally, let's talk about the Young Bucks, the U14. They also have a fall season ish, and they don't have games scheduled. They have like what do you call it? Like jamborees. Like it's
Yeah,
not
it's
even a
like scrimmages
jamboree.
or
Like
are they? Is
all the
this?
teams meet one weekend and they play each
Oh
other.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
So they
Like a
did two
tournament,
of
right?
those
So they
meetings,
have two
9
teams.
September and 23rd September, and they're going to do another one 22nd of October.
Yeah,
And
that's gonna be fun.
yeah, they're not really keeping score who's winning or not, but we can see, looks like Oslo Vikings is pretty much dominating that league too.
Yeah, and that's kind of Oh, you see here, Tønsberg is doing pretty good as well.
Yeah,
Tønsberg Raiders. They beat the
and it
Trolls,
sucks
and
that the
Trolls has
game
been
between
is.
Tønsberg and Oslo Vikings got cancelled.
Oh yeah, yeah, that kind of sucks. Yeah, because what I was gonna say, yeah, the Trolls has been historically good in youth football here in Norway. So
Hmm.
that's kind of cool to see that the Raiders are picking up and doing pretty good.
Yeah, Troll's been MII the last years in junior football.
Yeah.
All right. And I would not forgive myself if I didn't mention this, because some great news came out today.
Mhm.
You get some great news come out today, Sigurd. Can you guess what?
Oh yeah, it did. I know what it is. I know what it is. You can go ahead and say it.
All right. No, you tell me. You tell me, man. You know it.
You want to see? All
I got
right.
this
Well,
big
we
smile
got
on my
flag
face.
football. Flag football. Finally inducting into something big. It's going to be an Olympic sport, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be played in the Olympics in Los Angeles in 2028. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Look at you pointing to that flag football jersey there, Norway.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
No,
yeah.
I was pointing at the flags.
Oh, the
Flag
flags,
football.
Norway. Yeah.
Look at the flags hanging right here. These
Yeah,
flags.
don't look at my jersey.
Yeah, I got the national team jersey there too, of course, but
Yeah.
I was pointing at the flags right there, and those are also from the. I played in two national flag football teams. One we went to World Championship, and one where we went to European Championships, and I think we went to a couple of Scandinavian championships too. And man, flag football teams and just its sport in general are fun. Fun,
Yeah.
fun, fun. I love it.
Yeah.
So
Hopefully I get the chance to try and play it. I haven't really played it as like a proper game. I've only played it like when we play football or flag football here in Eidsvoll. So
mhm.
I want to really try it myself. That would be cool.
Yeah, man, you should. And if there's a national team, I mean, I'm gonna put your name in there for sure. But in 2028, that's like 5 years.
Yeah, yeah, it is 5 years, so I'd be 29 at that point, or 29, or I might have dipped 30. I don't honestly.
Yeah, right.
Mm.
So obviously, but great news is that flag football is really on the federation's eyes. Like they're gonna really
Yeah,
try to build up a flag football league in Norway, and
yeah,
trying to build that series up. And bro, that's great news because I've been wanting that for a long time. And they open up a
yeah,
position at the federation to run or to like a position to mainly focus on building flag football in Norway. So that's great
yeah.
news.
Yeah, it's a really cool thing that their American football is doing, and it's not only going to help grow, the flag football. It's definitely going to have an impact on American football as well, So it's going to be cool.
Yeah, man. Yeah, flag football is like a gateway sport into American
Yeah,
football. And also,
for sure.
vice versa, it's a sport when you feel like American football is getting a little bit too your body's getting a little bit too much banged up. You can jump over to
Yeah,
flag football and still have a fun time.
yeah, yeah, for sure.
So it's a great sport to just have around American football in general.
Yeah,
Yeah, we love it. So we're gonna
yeah,
do thumbs up for that, and
yeah.
we
Really good job in American football Norway.
yeah. Like if there's a flag football close to your town, like fucking join it, man. Like go
For
get
sure,
lit. It's so much fun.
it is.
And I think we're gonna end it pretty soon, Sigurd. We got
Yeah,
what we said today, and also we got whatever we said the last episode. So
the
the
last
episode is already
episode. Yeah,
starting to get pretty long.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I
But
think we should wrap it up pretty soon because if not, people might get bored of hearing our voices. To be honest.
yeah, right. But one thing we got to say one thing, and that's it's man, it's sad because we lost a
Yeah,
couple of good people in American football
yeah,
this last month.
yeah,
And first, let's start with Leo. Like he played in I-2014s for some years. We knew him really well. We were good friends with him.
yeah,
Leo actually lived in my house for 3 years or something. So I had a
yeah,
really, really good relationship with him.
yeah.
And
So
it was really sad to hear him pass away down there in Poland
Poland.
playing. He fought so hard, man. He trained so hard to get on that team, and him to die the way he did, it's just heartbreaking, man.
Yeah, it really is, man. And
Yeah,
it puts in perspective how everyone should treat each other. Honestly.
yeah.
Um,
I hope
uh,
Annette is cool us putting her picture up there, but it's a nice picture of Leo too, man. And
yeah,
we didn't
that's where
really
that's where
talk
he
to
was
him the
happy, man, on
last.
the football field.
Yeah, we didn't really talk to him the last year or so. He was pretty busy with the things he was dealing with, but
Yeah,
man, it was looking back, it was a tough loss, and he's gonna be
yeah,
missed for sure.
definitely. Definitely lost a good one there. It
Yeah,
sucks.
and the other guy, really recently, I think
Yeah,
Friday or
that's really
something.
recent. Yeah,
It's
that's really
Monday
recent.
today. On Friday, I don't know, like I think Friday.
I think, yeah,
We learned that Clement died
yeah,
from his struggles with mental health, and
mental health.
bro, that hit me hard too, cause I've
It
been
really
following.
shocked me. It really shocked me. Not gonna lie.
Shocking, yeah.
Yeah,
It hit me
it's
really hard
insane.
because I've been following the national team, both on U17 and U19, and he's been on. He's an athlete, like he was a baller, like he was
Dude,
super athletic,
dude,
and
yeah.
so
And
obviously,
he played a little bit in the States as well. And I heard he
so yeah,
did really good stuff over there. Like he was a good prospect as well. And it's just huge loss for Norway and in the American football way, and also a huge loss for friends and family. You know, it
Yeah,
really it's really
yeah,
tough.
yeah. It's really tough, and all the clips you see now is me. Actually, I filmed and taking all of these pictures because I follow the team, and Clement, man, he was a sparkling guy. Like he always had a smile on his face, and he was so much fun to be around. And on the national team on U19, we went to Italy together, and I was doing the media coverage. And also,
Hmm.
he knew I was playing corner and safety, so and he was playing corner at that national team as the youngest
Yeah,
player on the team. And he
yeah.
used to come over to me and ask of the techniques and stuff like this, and he was like such a fun guy to be around, man.
Yeah,
He's gonna be missed a lot.
for sure.
And yeah, that was shocking news that I
Yeah.
never thought that one
No,
took me off
so
guard.
yeah, honestly, if you're dealing with something, guys, try and talk to someone, friends or family. It's really tough for if it leads to this. It's really hard for everyone. And
It's a
then and
reminder to
obviously
us
that.
all to really
Yeah, yeah,
not only talk if you're struggling, but also be in touch if you know somebody is struggling. Like, don't
yeah,
be afraid to
yeah,
reach out.
for sure.
And like I said, Clement was a guy who always had a smile on his face, like always.
Yeah,
So
you couldn't
obviously,
really predict anything like this. So you never know what someone is struggling with.
yeah. Well, we're gonna end it on that note, and
Yeah,
we're gonna pick it up next episode, and it's gonna be a happy ending on that one, because
yeah,
we just had to get this off our chest and be like, that's pay some respects to these dudes, because they've been a part of our life, and
yep,
they've been a part of the sports, and deserve some respect on this episode and this podcast.
yeah, without
I
a doubt.
mean, the name is Ballers, man, and they were
Yeah,
ballers.
definitely ballers, that's for sure, man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All right, Sigurd. We like I said before, I got a job. I got a little baby. I got two toddlers, and Sigurd he's working like graveyard shifts and stuff. Like I woke him up right now to do this episode. Like
yeah,
he's a fighter right now, and
yep.
so we don't really know when we're gonna do another episode, but it's gonna definitely be.
It's not gonna be as long of a wait as this one has been, for sure.
Definitely.
We
There's
have
not going to
to
be a
we
summer
have to pick
vacation
it up.
between it.
Yeah, yeah, we have to pick it up, and you know what? We got NFL kicking and thriving right now. So next episode, we definitely got to have some talks about the NFL, and
All right.
I think we talked a little bit about the NFL in the last episode, so you might get to see that. But hey, all right,
Probably not.
I think that's probably not.
But hey, let's take one NFL thing right now. We are in week
Okay.
6, right?
Yeah.
Bro, I'm not going to wear a jersey ever again of a player.
Why not? Why not?
All right. Let me put it in perspective. I'm a Colts fan.
Hmm.
I have an Andrew Luck. No, yeah, I have an Andrew Luck jersey, of course. He's retired, yeah.
Hmm.
I have a Reggie Wayne jersey. The day I wore it for a game, Reggie Wayne gets hurt, out. Not
Yeah.
not the same when he comes back. I have
Yeah.
a Peyton Manning jersey, both in Colts and in Denver. I
Hmm.
wore the Denver one when they went to the Super Bowl. We all know
Yeah.
what happened to Peyton Manning and the Denver
Yeah.
in that Super Bowl against Seattle.
Yeah.
And then a couple of weeks ago, I ordered a number
Richardson.
5 Richardson
Hmm.
Anthony. First game I wear it, he's out. He gets hurt early.
Oh, dude, you gotta
Bro,
stop
I'm
wearing them
cursed.
jerseys, my boy.
I'm done wearing jerseys, man. I'm done.
Good. Yeah, no, it's definitely been a special season in the NFL. Feel like every single team is so equal right now. I feel it's pretty fun to watch, honestly. So yeah,
Yep. If you like to bet NFL, follow me on Twitter because I'm giving out some 3 bets. I'm calling it Martin's 3 solids. So 3 bets every week. This week I went 0 and 3. So terrible.
Terrible. Yeah.
Terrible.
Yeah. I didn't win anything this week either on my bets. But hey, you win and you lose some. So.
Yeah. All right, Sigurd.
Yep.
I will see you next weekend to
for the Nordics.
With the Nordics, and I hope to see people there.
Yep, for sure. So if you got spare time, guys, make sure you come over and watch some of these young talents flourish.
All right, guys. With that, we're gonna say, ball out.
Ball out.